The Oriental Institute Museum is well known for its extensive collection of ancient objects from the Middle East and North Africa. People may also not realize that there is a large collection of Islamic period objects, particularly from archaeological excavations done by the OI in the 1930s in Iran. Some of this material is currently on display in the museum in the Larissa Inga Liventhal's Islamic Collections exhibit. The museum archives also has a collection of 19th century and 20th century photographs. Most recently, some of the OI's historic photographs of Persepolis in Iran were on display in the exhibition Persepolis: Images of an Empire. The most recent exhibition at the OI, opening on 1 April 2021, focuses on the late 19th century photographs of the Armenian Iranian photographer Antoin Sevruguin. The photographs in the exhibition feature a selection of those collected by an American missionary in Iran in the late 19th century, Mary Clark. Almost all of these 153 photographs can be attributed to Antoin Sevruguin. The exhibition features reproduction prints as well as a few examples of the actual albumen prints by Sevruguin. These were restored thanks to a generous grant from the American Institute of Iranian Studies. Many of the photographs collected by Mary Clark reflect different aspects of life in Iran, including traditional life. Antoin Sevruguin, like many local and foreign photographers working in the Middle East and North Africa, made ethnographic photographs that documented the different groups living in a particular country or region. In this case, we see the portrayal of Armenians. What distinguishes Sevruguin from his contemporaries, however, is his innovative staging of the scene, as shown here. As an official court photographer, Antoin Sevruguin documented individuals in the royal family and important events. Mary Clark was clearly fascinated with the royal family and collected a number of pictures, not all of which were made by Sevruguin. It is here we can distinguish Sevruguin's technique from that of his contemporaries. In this case, we see the assassin of the Iranian ruler Nasr al-Din Shah, Mirza Reza Kermani, prior to his execution. On the left, we see the photograph by Sevruguin, which definitely emphasizes the personality of the sitter rather than the fact that he is a prisoner. In the photograph by Abdullah Mirza Qajar on the right, however, the photograph is much more standard. The status of the prisoner is greatly emphasized, with prominent chains and the guard standing forward. Mirza Reza Kermani is greatly diminished and seems a distant figure in the background. Sevruguin also documented modern life in Iran, a subject matter that was often avoided by Western photographers because it did not fit into their views of what Iran should be. In this way, Sevruguin differs from some other photographers in that he shows modern as well as more traditional Iran. While Western tourists wish to emphasize the antiquity of Iran and its traditions, Sevruguin also showed how Iran was changing. This shows how Sevruguin operated between two worlds, satisfying the Western demand for more traditional photographs, as well as those that provided a glimpse into Iran's new landscapes. Sevruguin's photographs were carefully constructed, but once they were collected by others, their meanings changed through time. This photograph, for example, is of Sevruguin's friend, a Jewish doctor. The photograph has been reinterpreted by its audience in a variety of different ways. We tend to see the world that Sevruguin documented very much in black and white. This experiment in colorization shows how the world that Sevruguin viewed might have looked, and brings new insights into the world that he photographed. We can also see this in the contemporary art that is on display in the exhibition. The Iranian-Canadian artist Yasemin Ameri uses Qajar photography in new and inventive ways, thereby reimagining and reinterpreting these pieces. In so doing, she prompts us to look at Qajar photography in new ways, and also demonstrates the lasting legacy of photographers such as Sevruguin.